As dental professionals, we spend time focusing on our professional development, learning how to become a better clinician to provide quality care for our patients. But we cannot forget to take time and integrate personal development into our lives. On this episode of RDH Coast to Coast, Tina and Kim discuss different ways to develop ourselves and how it can impact your professional life.
It's a great day to dive into the topic of personal development and what ways we take to do that. Why don't you share or get started on your personal development path?
Right. So, I think we spend a lot of time talking about professional development, going to continuing education courses, expanding our knowledge, expanding our skill set in regards to that. Of course, I'm passionate about local anesthesia. So I'm always like, come to me when you want to get, empowered and expand that skill set. But there are aspects, where we as a person have to have a little bit more of an insight into, how are we as individuals and as people and communicating with ourselves and with others, right? So I guess that's how I consider personal development. But the ways that I do it, gosh, I would say, I'm a podcast listener. I have a couple of podcasts that I like to listen to that are centered around personal development. Like Mel Robbins. I really enjoy listening to Mel Robbins and Ed Milet. I always like Ed Milet. He's my man. I really enjoy listening to his podcast. And then books. I'm an audiobook user. So I will listen to different audiobooks that are related to different things, whether I want to, go on, become a little more financially savvy, I'll find, look up, financial advice books, or if I want to be a little bit more centered on my own, as you said, your word for 2024 is balance. If I want to go, okay, what are ways that I can incorporate balance? I'll find a audiobook or a podcast that's about that. So those are a couple of ways for me. Kim, so what about for you?
I think I should put personal development on a goal list sheet for me for this year. I think for me, for personal development, working in education, I really want to develop those skills better. A goal for me, and this I think relates into personal development, is I still have to get my master's. And that is something that I think will help me with teaching. So that's something that I have on the horizon for hopefully this coming year to start that. But personally, I love podcasts. I love even audiobooks as well. I'm always feel like I could be more financial savvy. That's always a goal of mine also in 2024 is to spend less money. I don't think I figured that out yet. That might be a great personal development for me. But personal development is very important.
Yeah, I will say this as more, I would say probably a little more seasoned hygiene educator. There is nothing more humbling and than teaching, and also nothing that will prod you in the butt more to become a little bit better at what you do as far as communication, counseling, keeping your own sanity than being a dental hygiene educator. So you are on the path of exponential personal growth right now, a lot of self-discovery. And I think that is one of the keys of understanding personal development is you really have to kind of have some self-discovery, some real hard, honest communication and identification within ourselves is like, okay, what am I holding myself up on, and where do I need to go with that? And I think that's a lot of emotional intelligence, don't you think?
Absolutely. And accountability, like being able to reflect on what went well this past semester for me and where is in need of development. And I think I learned a lot of that this semester, and where to hopefully bring the next semester, because today's student is very different from the student of my day. So I need to keep up with them and how to teach in the way that they want to learn.
Yeah. So Kim, I have to ask, you said you do listen to podcasts. Which podcast do you like to listen to? Besides ours, of course.
Yes, I love Mel Robbins as well. Always.
Yeah. Have you listened to her book or heard some of her stuff on like the high five habit?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Right?
And I think, yes, I think that's something I should probably incorporate into my day more, is because making it through the day deserves that.
Who else do you like?
That's really, I wish I had more time in my life to dedicate to more. I feel like and this comes in with balance, right? Because I feel like I'm working, and then I'm a mom to 2 small kids who, you know, when they were really little, you put them to bed early and then you had the whole night to yourself. Now I feel like they go to bed at the same time as me. So it's I really don't have a break from them as much as I love them. But it's hard, and it's a season of life that I'm in right now that they really need me and deserve a lot of my time. So that's kind of where all of my evenings go. That and running around to sports.
Well, there you go. So, you know, your personal development is fuel efficient errand running taxi mom.
That is a great way to sum it up. Yes. Yes. And delegating to carpooling.
Oh gosh, yes. You know, and I have to say that some people are much better at delegating than others. And I think that really is a personal development kind of a situation, is being okay to accept help or ask for help.
Yeah, so my nickname is the delegator. So in my household, I will delegate to everybody. I am very great at delegating. Like my neighbors have like a joke about how much I delegate. Yeah.
You might have, let's run a master class, okay?
I should.
Because that is not my skill set. I'm like, sure. Okay.
And I think I'm much better at delegating in personal life than I am in working life. But I am great at delegating. I think my husband would agree with that.
Yeah. So how do you, tell me, like, how do you delegate off cleaning the kitchen?
Yeah, hey, the kitchen, can you go clean those dishes? The dishwasher needs to be emptied. I have my kids doing all that now. The dishwasher is like my thing I hate the most. So yeah, I'm very good at delegating. You want to eat dinner, you empty the dishwasher.
I love it. See, I do not like handling dirty dishes. I don't mind putting clean dishes away, but like dirty dishes, it just grosses me out.
Yeah, we work in people's mouths with dirty instruments.
Yeah, that and cleaning the fridge. Maybe I need to personally develop my skill set for cleaning out the fridge.
Yeah, so delegate.
Oh gosh.
Well, this is fun. This definitely took a turn and I like it.
It did, really did. You know, it's all natural here, folks.
Yeah, it is. And I encourage everyone that's listening to really, look at where you could use some personal development going into this year, and to hone in on that. And if, make a list, and if you get through one, reward yourself for that.
Yeah. And yeah, I totally agree. And I think sometimes we do get a little overwhelmed with all the things, right? They're like, oh, I want to develop this. I need to do this and do this. It's like, time is precious, and, picking one thing is a lot better than not picking anything, right? Maybe you want to get a little closer to God and be a little more spiritually sound, right? Then do that. Like, choose that as your thing to be, personal development on, right? Is that personal development on? I'm a professional speaker, by the way.
For hire. Yes.
Oh.
With that, I think we will leave it for everyone to figure out how they want to develop personally over the next year.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kim. And as always, from Tina and Kim, thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you to our sponsor, Dental Post, the nation's largest dental job board. Be sure to check them out for different types of employment resources. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to this podcast. And make sure you follow Tina and Kim on all the different social medias to learn other tips and tricks related to dentistry. Until next time, have a great day.